an athletic freak and definitely a good lob threat. Not so great at other things on the court apart from vertical athletic ability. Is a decent rebounder, decent finisher around the rim, I guess decent defender at times and decent rim protector, but not my favorite option and definitely not the best apart from being an athletic freak and definitely an elite lob threat. And then I guess after that point you could go to the lesser names like a Charles Bassey for example. I like him, I've talked about him, more so for a third backup center or maybe a distant second, but not my favorite option for a direct backup center. Wouldn't hate it, and I do like what he offers on the court. Is a very good shot blocker, good rim protector, decent lob threat, and is a decent finisher around the rim, but is relatively inexperienced and is a bit injury prone too. Or then for a guy that's coming off an injury but has been shown to be productive, we got a guy like former Laker Mo Wagner, coming off a torn ACL unfortunately, that being in December if I remember correctly, so he probably should be healthy relatively early into the season. I mean, I think the Orlando Magic might bring him back regardless, but currently is a free agent, so maybe another guy to keep in mind here. Definitely wouldn't be against it for a veteran minimum, much like Thomas Bryant for example, is a floor spacing big man option, is a very good offensive big man option, kind of a scoring punch off the bench and not much of a rim protector, but also a decent, relatively proven option that could be had for relatively cheap. And well, apart from the guys I've mentioned, there's definitely not much left. Maybe pointing to a two-way contract guy like Kai Jones for example, also very athletic, also has potential but definitely not very proven and maybe a little bit unstable. Not comparable to his kind of going off the rails a couple of off seasons ago and having a little bit of a mental breakdown. But even in regard to on the court, isn't the most reliable defensive option despite his upside and ability on the court, isn't the most reliable offensive player and doesn't really understand team concepts consistently quite yet. Could be a fun option especially for a two-way contract, but to be my direct backup center, again ideally to Deandre Ayton at this point, maybe not my favorite option. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.